The moment the soft instrumental music filled the air, the world seemed to hold its breath. You're standing among a sea of familiar and unfamiliar faces, each person equally captivated by the dreamy glow surrounding the venue. The air is scented with peonies and white orchids, a fragrance that feels like a memory, tender, nostalgic, and new all at once. The aisle is lined with flickering candles, and behind them stands Lee Min-ho, dressed in an ivory tuxedo with a crisp white rose tucked gently into his lapel. His fingers are laced tightly in front of him, but his knuckles are white. He's trying to contain something. Maybe nerves. Maybe disbelief. Or maybe it's that his heart is full, swelling beyond the capacity of his chest. And then, the doors open. The crowd turns. You turn. She appears. Song Hye-kyo glides into view in a gown that shimmers like dew in morning light. It's not overdone, not dramatic, just timeless. Her veil falls gently over her face, and in her hands, she clutches a small bouquet of white freesias, flowers of trust and innocence. But you notice something else. She's trembling, just slightly, and her eyes are fixed only on him. You glance back at Min-ho, and that's when it happens. He breaks. A breath catches in his throat. He blinks once, twice, as if trying to keep it together. But the tears come anyway. Silent. Unstoppable. A single tear streaks down his cheek as he lifts one hand to his heart, overwhelmed by the moment, by her, by the years that led them here. The cameras catch it, but no one dares move. The entire room is suspended in raw, beautiful stillness. If you were standing closer, you'd hear him whisper something under his breath. She came, she really came. And suddenly, you remember everything. Every rumor. Every denial. The paparazzi flashes. The airport run-ins. The red carpet glances that lasted a heartbeat too long. The quiet dinners that didn't happen. And the silent support they gave each other when the world was too loud. You think back to those early days when fans speculated, were they just colleagues? Friends? Or something deeper, sacred, quietly growing? Today, there's no question. Their story, once tucked behind magazine covers and closed doors, is finally standing at the altar. Alive. Real. Vulnerable. The officiant clears his throat. You shift your attention back to the center. The music softens. The world narrows down to two people, four eyes locked, one universe between them. As Hye-kyo reaches Min-ho, he gently lifts her veil. And again, he chokes up. Not because of the lace or the silk, but because of what's underneath. The woman who taught him patience. The woman who chose to stay. She smiles up at him, and he almost laughs through the tears. You're beautiful, he mouths. You feel a lump form in your throat. You weren't ready for this. None of us were. They turn to face the officiant, but Min-ho keeps glancing at her like he's afraid she might disappear. Like he's trying to memorize this, her warmth, her voice, her presence. You can't help but wonder what's going through his head. Was it her kindness? Her quiet strength when the media storms hit? The way she reached for his hand even when no one was looking? Then the vows begin. Min-ho goes first. His voice is shaky, but determined. I didn't grow up thinking I'd meet someone like you, he begins. But somehow, even when I didn't know what I was missing, you walked in. And you stayed. Through silence, through doubt, through every moment we couldn't name out loud. You can feel the room shift. Even the staff in the background pause. He looks her in the eyes, now red from his quiet sobs. I'm not just marrying the woman I love today. I'm marrying my home. My calm. My mirror. Hye-kyo is crying now too, but gently. She reaches up and brushes away one of his tears. He leans into her hand, momentarily forgetting the crowd, the cameras, the world. Then it's her turn. I've loved you in moments where I wasn't supposed to, she says, her voice smooth but soft. When the world told me not to. When I didn't know if we'd survive the wait. But we did. You feel your breath catch again. I'm standing here, not because it was easy, but because it was always you. The vows are done, but the emotion lingers. No one claps. Not yet. It's too sacred for that. Too real. The officiant finally speaks the words. You may now kiss the bride. And as Minho pulls her close, his hand shaking against her waist, you watch two people collapse into each other, not with intensity, but with relief. With promise. With everything they were never able to say. You look around and see tears on faces you didn't expect. Actors. Directors. Stylists. Industry folks hardened by years in the spotlight. They're all undone. You are too. The music swells again as they walk down the aisle together, hand in hand, glowing not just with joy, but with the beauty of survival. Of resilience. Of waiting for the right time and choosing love anyway. And as they exit into the blooming garden outside, fireworks begin to paint the sky. But none of it compares to the quiet explosion in their eyes. They didn't just get married today. They made history. And you were there to witness it.